I'm about to show you how you can make this cauliflower, green bean, sweet potato, coconut milk curry that you need in your life. But first, here's our sponsor for today. This video is sponsored by our lovely friends at Osea. Ooh, under the sea, under the sea. Osea is a vegan, cruelty-free, California-made skincare brand, and let me tell you, it is phenomenal. I wanted to tell you guys about the Undaria algae oil. It is a seaweed-infused body oil that leaves your skin feeling silky smooth, glowy, and luxurious like a baby's bottom. The perfect gift, by the way, for all your friends and family suffering from the winter dry skin. I don't know about you, but my skin has been intensely dry since the winter season started. Look at that. My hands have basically been like almost cracking. I started using Osea on my arms, across my hands, my entire body. It is my favorite evening ritual to do a body massage. What I love about it is that it is non-greasy. When you put it on, it absorbs so fast, and it also smells wonderful. So if you want to check out Osea, I'm going to leave the link below in the caption, and you can get a whole 10% off using my code. Hey everyone, today I'm going to show you a super fast 30-minute meal. It is a delicious coconut milk, sweet potato and chickpea curry. I usually make this on a weekly basis. It's got really easy to get ingredients and it is absolutely delicious. So there's three parts to this. We have the veggies, and for that we have sweet potato, cauliflower and green beans. You can add other veggies if you want. Sometimes I'll throw in some spinach or some zucchini if I feel like it, but this is usually my base. Next up we have our spices. Now the base of this is garam masala, but if you want to add in your other spices, then go ahead, go crazy. I like to use cumin and mustard seeds too, and some curry leaves go in there as well. And lastly, we have our creaminess, which is coming from coconut milk for this dish. Sometimes I have also used cashew paste or yogurt as well if I want a lower fat option. But for today, we're gonna do the rich and creamy coconut milk. Oh, and we can't forget the little bit of protein we've got going on in there, chickpeas. So first we gotta chop our veggies. So for the sweet potato, simple chop and dice situation. We probably won't need all this sweet potato, but I like to cut it up anyway so that I can use it for meal prep sometimes for any other dish I wanna make throughout the week. But for your sweet potato, you're just gonna chop it into slices like so, and then I just dice it into cubes. Now, some people like to chop off these little ends of green beans. I personally feel it's a waste of time and they don't bother me when I eat them. I don't like chopping them too fine, so I'd probably chop them, if the green bean is this big, into about 3. Roughly chopping them into 3, so. Lovely jubbly. That's such a British thing. You guys say lovely jubbly. Did you ever watch Only Fools and Horses? If you know, you know. Then we've got our cauliflower. Chop off this bit, toodaloo, chop it in half. Looks like lungs, doesn't it? So many veggies that when you cut them open, they have the same like design as something in the body. I find it extremely fascinating. Usually core it out. The reason I'm creating this video for this recipe is because one of my best friends, Deepika, came and stayed at my house for about a month. Felt like a year. She came and stayed at my house for about a month, and every day I was obviously cooking different things. When she went home, she was like,
do you have this curry on your website?
No.
Do you have this on your website?
No. All the things that I eat on a regular basis, I actually didn't have recipes for. She has inspired me. She was like,
I want to see the stuff that you make every day. I don't want to have the stuff that you make once in a while or like extravagant desserts.
So this one specifically is for Deepika, for her to use every day. And I want to see her making it actually. So now we've prepped all the veggies, they're ready to go in. So let's make the curry now. We're just gonna layer in all the ingredients into a pan and then let it cook. With the oils, you can either use coconut oil. If you use ghee, you can use ghee. I like to use avocado oil because there's already enough coconut going on. So add in your oil, and then we're gonna prepare all the spices. The spices are activated, their properties are activated, and their flavor is activated when cooked in oil. I usually saute all my spices first, and then we'll add in all the veggies. So if you just have powders, like I said, you can do simple garam masala or curry powder. I'm gonna make mine a little bit more complex because I have so many spices in my home and it would be a shame not to use them. So usually I start with my cumin seeds. Let the oil warm before you add in your spices, and then you'll hear them sizzling, sizzling. Next up we have our mustard seeds. These are delicious and add so much flavor. Next up I'm gonna add in some fresh grated ginger. You can get dried curry leaves on Amazon, you can get them in lots of Indian stores, but let me tell you, there is nothing like fresh curry leaves. So, let me throw them in too. Eating curry leaves is incredible for you. It purifies your blood, it helps detox your body, and so I actually chew on the curry leaves when they come into the food. I don't usually take them out. All right, come take a look at this. This is the point where you would add chilies in if you're using them. I'm gonna be feeding this to my husband who can't take much chili, so I'm gonna not use them today, but this is where you would also add them in. Now let's do the veggies. So I'm gonna start with, well, you can go in any order because they're all going in at the same time. Chuck in our sweet potatoes, the green beans, and the cauliflower. For the first cooking time, I normally add in just a little bit of water to help the veggies cook, and add in your salt as well. Give it a good old mix. Pop the lid on and then leave it to cook for about 10 minutes. And then you're gonna add in the rest of your spices and the coconut milk too. So while you're waiting for your veggies to cook, I recommend putting on whatever it is you want to eat with it, whether it's your quinoa, I usually have it with some brown basmati rice, or you can even have it with a roti or some sort of a wrap, depending on how you're feeling. Now, 2 out of the 3 vegetables are root vegetables, so this would be perfect for more winter, autumn times. But I have had it in summer before. I just change around some of the spices I use so it's not too heavy or too heating. I'll usually use a lot more cooling spices like fennel, add a bit of cardamom in there. This meal is definitely one for your snuggly evenings in. Okay, so our veggies look like they are just about ready. Now we're gonna add in a few more of the spices and the coconut milk. So I like to use a good creamy coconut milk, unsweetened, and make sure you shake it up before you open it up. Let's throw in the coconut milk. We have our turmeric, cumin, coriander powder, and lastly our garam masala. Lastly, we're gonna add in our chickpeas. And now, just to let the flavors marinate and the coconut milk marinate, I would leave it on the stove at low heat for about 5-6 minutes, and then we are good to go. So there you have it. We have our curry in a hurry ready. I like having it with rice. Like I said, you could have it with roti. No, I'm gonna do that. Maybe put a little bit of yogurt over the top. Of course, some fresh herbs. I'm gonna use cilantro. One thing I completely forgot that I usually do is sauteing cashews into when we're doing the spices and then cooking the curry with the cashews in there. It tastes so good. But for today, I've sprinkled them on top and it adds a little bit of a crunch, but it's in the recipe, so make sure you saute them when you're sauteing your spices. And lastly, remember to squeeze a big bit of lemon onto your curry. So that's all you need to do to make yourself a delicious, wholesome curry for your meal. Let's take a moment to appreciate every single person and every single thing that has allowed this food to come to our table. And you know what? Sometimes I forget to thank the little insects and the little animals that probably do something to nurture the harvest of these vegetables. I'm sure that they play a big part in it too. So let's thank them, but also all the farmers, all the shopkeepers, all the people who stock the shelves and the vegetables in there, all the way up to God and the sun and the moon for growing these beautiful vegetables that nourish us so deeply. So just take a second to have immense gratitude for that in your heart. Fill your heart with that before you eat it. And then your food is digested so much better when your heart is full of gratitude. So let's do this. It's really yummy. I actually quite like having the cashews on the top as a crunch. Sometimes I'll saute them, but I like them on the top. But this feels so yummy and nourishing. Please go and try this recipe. It doesn't take long, super delicious. And let me know if you try it. Thank you all so much for watching and sending you all so much love and gratitude. I hope you have an incredible, fantastic, beautiful week. If you like this video, or even if you didn't like it at all, leave a comment anyway or send me a little message so I can get to know you just as you're getting to know me through all these videos, and we can build a loving, conscious, wonderful community together.